Hello amazing artists, this is Mr. D, and for today's video we are going to create our own leaf paint brushes and then use those to create a painting of a leaf. So this lesson is going to go along with trying out new methods of making art. So we are going to make art instead of with a paintbrush, we're going to make it with a leaf brush. So what you will need for this video is you'll need a few sticks, sort of like this, 3 sticks, and then a couple of different leaves to try out. I've also got a couple of small pine cones that I'm going to maybe possibly paint with as well, so you could try to collect those. So you need to ask an adult before you go outside, or you can ask an adult if they will go outside and help you find these objects. And then you will need some green paint and maybe some blue paint if you'd like to create a sky. Remember, if you don't have any green paint but you have blue and yellow paint, you can mix blue and yellow in order to create green, because that's what I am doing today. So those of you that need to go ahead and go outside to collect your things, you can ask an adult if you can go out and collect them, or if they will go out with you and collect them. Everybody else, if you're ready to begin, let's go ahead and begin. So we are going to use real texture. So like these leaves that I have real texture. They're sort of prickly. This one's smooth. So we're going to use real texture to create implied texture on the paper. Remember, real texture in general is just how something feels. Real texture is actually being able to hold something and feel it. Implied texture is looking at a drawing or a painting and seeing how the artist used the paint in order to create texture. So it may look like it's prickly or smooth, our leaf might after we paint it, but it's not real texture. It's implied that the leaf is prickly or smooth. Okay? So to begin with, we're going to take some tape, just any type of tape, and I'm going to take this leaf that I have, and I'm just going to tape it to my stick or twig. I'm going to tape it one more time at the top. So there I have my first leaf brush. I'm going to take some more tape, and I'm going to stick this leaf onto this twig and create my second leaf brush by just wrapping the tape around. Just like that. And then I'm going to, let's move this clover out of the way, create my third leaf brush, just like this. So I've got my 3 leaf brushes. I'm going to get all the dirt off of there. And I almost have my paint. I just need to mix some blue in with some yellow. So I'm going to mix some blue and yellow together. It's going to give me some green. And then I'm going to start painting my leaf with my leaf brush. So let's make a curvy leaf, or try to make a curvy leaf. Let's add a little bit, get a little bit more paint. I'm going to get the outline of it first. So it actually creates a really cool effect. We're not going to wash these leaves with water. We'll just use different leaves at different times, so I'm going to sit this leaf to the side. Make sure you sit it somewhere where you're not going to get paint everywhere. I'm going to sit it on this piece of paper over here and move on to this leaf brush. I'm going to fill it with green paint and then just sort of use it to fill in the areas of my outline. So once I'm finished with that leaf, I'll sit it over here. Let's go to my last leaf brush. See if I can do a little stem. It is not wanting to do the stem, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the end of my stick into the green and create a stem that way. So I'm just going to that's good because it gave us some good value. So you see how this green is a lot darker than this lighter green here at the bottom. And because the leaf that we're doing would have some lines that go up in it, let's go ahead and use this to create some lines. So there, let's use some lines right there. Some lines right in there. So there we have our very own leaf, and you can see some implied texture. We see the lines, and we also, it has like a grainy sort of effect. So we gave like a sort of grainy implied texture with some real texture of real leaves. So you can also use this to create some abstract art. We may want to go ahead and do that really quickly while we've got our brushes out. So let me move this aside and let me get a clean piece of paper, and we can just create some abstract art while we have our leaf brushes out. Let me go get another piece of paper. And if you have more colors, you can use more than just green. I'm sort of out of green at the moment, so I'm just going to dip my leaf brush into some yellow. And I'm just going to paint abstract. So abstract's just sort of painting however you feel. So I think I've got enough of that brush that I've used. I'm going to sit it to the side and go ahead and get out this leaf brush, and I'm going to dip it in some orangish red. And let's just see how it creates some designs. On the paper. So I think I'm about finished with that brush. I'm going to sit it to the side and get out my very first leaf brush that I was using. And let's get some blue. We'll make it a primary color painting, and some of the primary colors may mix together while we're painting. Get a little bit more blue. Yeah, it's making a little bit of green when it mixes in with the yellow right there. And I sort of like how that's turned out, so I'm just going to sort of leave it like that. So it's really cool. We were just able to make some abstract artwork with our leaf brushes. And remember, implied texture is how something looks like it would feel. Real texture is how something actually feels. So I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and goodbye.